up as a Buddhist with my biological family, and that's kind of basically having the perspective of have peace with the world will have peace with you. That didn't really make sense to me as a young kid. And after a while, I was eventually put into the foster system due to very unfortunate circumstances. And I remember after being bounced around from about 6 foster homes and 5 or 4 group homes in the matter of 2 years, for a 10-year-old girl, that seems like eternity. But I remember one night I was in the group home and I found a Bible in my room, and I was kind of mocking it. I was like, let's see what this is, right? So I opened it up to all things of the book of John, and I started reading it, and I felt compelled to pray. And so I did pray, and even though it was kind of out of mocking, I did pray for a family and to know what true love was. And lo and behold, 2 weeks later, a Christian family had came and visited me in the group home and expressed interest in fostering me. And I thought that's not a coincidence. And it was just interesting, you know, through a couple of months, they took me in and they loved me. They showed me just what real people are. And they never forced me to go to church, but they encouraged me. And that's what compelled me to go to church. And I loved it. And eventually they sent me out to a church camp in California, which is where I was saved. That was the very day I did give my life to Christ. They had this speech one night, and of all books, they opened it up to the book of John, and they talked about John 15:5, that I am the vine, you are the branches, those who remain in me, together will produce much fruit, but apart from me, you can do nothing. I consider that my life verse because that's the very verse that saved me. But something that really stood out to me is that they had those little name tags that says like, hello, my name is, and they write your name on it. This instance, they wrote, hello, my name is loved, and they went around and put that on everybody. And I still remember the camp pastor, the minute he put it on me, I just felt like my spirit came to life. I felt like warm, my body was warm, the fire in my soul had finally begun, and it's incredible to live my life for God. You know, a few months later, I was baptized and even adopted by my now family. I remember right after I was baptized that I was in the congregation with my parents singing along to one of the worship songs, and there was a lady sitting in front of me. She just turned around and said, "You have a really nice voice. Do you want to be up there with them?" I was like, not really, maybe, I don't know. But next thing I know, the worship leader of my home church reached out to me, and lo and behold, I've been serving with them for 10 years now. Music has always been there for me, and God directed me to go study worship arts and Christian studies in school, and it's so powerful to surround yourself with those kind of people. Before, I was living my life for me and trying to fit in and impress other people, but ever since I've learned to walk beside Christ, I'm living for Him. I like to try to live like He would and encourage other people and just love other people, whether it be, you know, when I worked at a coffee shop and I just, you know, smiled at somebody or said a compliment. Just, you know, you never know what even a small compliment may do. You can change somebody's day or even life.